Let me just say, I'm so thrilled to be here on the front lines with you. And let me show you what we have today. I'm going to go to my microscope shot right now, just to show you. We're going to do a real-time look at some of what's coming out of the sky. This is actually the microscope on my desk. We're going to talk about that. I'm not going to do it right now, but this is just a preview of what's coming up. We've done heavy metals analysis, Owen, and the heavy metals coming out of the sky with the Chem Trails fallout or the mystery fog, plus these weird egg-like structures. This appears to be a bioweaponization, aerosolized heavy metals, aerosolized bioweapons that are being dropped on us. And here in my studio, we have an incubator, and we've gone under the microscope and we've identified 3 different life forms that are now growing out of this sample. And then in an upcoming segment with you, we'll actually switch this out to the incubation sample, and we'll show your audience what's actually coming to life. So that's kind of what we're going to do if you're up for it.
Well, I mean, we have to be up for it. Somebody's got to cover this. You're doing it over at naturalnews.com. You're posting it on your X account. So before we get into the details here, how are you able to, I guess, where are you getting your samples for this?
Well, this one sample came from Dr. Jane Ruby on the eastern Florida, like West Palm Beach area. And honestly, she sent me the sample. She said, "Hey, Mike, can you take a look at this?" And she described this was a plastic cover over her tomato plants. And the reason I have these blue gloves on is because this stuff it's highly toxic and it's falling on all our food. Okay. But anyway, Dr. Jane Ruby sent me the sample, and I thought, people send me samples all the time, and usually it's nothing. I thought, yeah, I'll run it for you, but I don't expect anything. And then I ran the heavy metals analysis, and I was shocked. We saw highly toxic levels of heavy metals of lead, cadmium, also a significant level of mercury, which we normally never see in these environmental samples, and then crazy levels of aluminum, like off the charts aluminum. And this is in our mass spec instrumentation in our lab, which is ISO accredited laboratory, right? I mean, we're audited and inspected every year. We do this routinely. And then people were asking me about barium. They say, is barium found in this sample? And we can do a semi-quant analysis on barium, which we did, and we found that the barium levels are even higher than the lead levels. Much higher, like several times higher. So yes, aluminum, barium, lead, even copper, nickel, mercury, and cadmium, all of that is falling out of the sky. Plus living things that are very mysterious. Now, I mean, I understand there's pollen floating around. And when I first showed these images, a lot of people said, well, that must be pollen. And it turns out it's not pollen. It's come to life. So we'll talk about all that.
You can break down and do the analysis of what the difference is, and then I'll ask some questions, and maybe we'll kind of come back to the process. But on the other side of the break, let's get into what you've discovered. I mean, folks, this is shocking stuff. I mean, you see this stuff. He's posting it on his X account. I mean, tonight.